We are mere days away, guys. So welcome back, your lovely faces, all you lovely, lovely people. So, Aquaman 2. It's not looking good, and especially overseas and in China, where the first film was quite a substantial hit for a Hollywood film released in that part of the world. And again, we got this by here. Aquaman 2 at China box office, despite part 1's $291 million gross, Jason Momoa-led sequel is struggling in pre-sales. And with this as well, it goes on to, about how the first film did so well over there. Box office went on to garner a lifetime of $291.8 million. Still today, it's among the highest grossing Hollywood films of all time in China. And this says that about its status over there. As per the trade buzz, Aquaman 2 is not performing up to the mark in pre-sales and is lagging behind DC's The Flash, which The Flash is one of the biggest box office bombs ever. To be honest with you, I actually think it is number one because it cost $260 million to make, not including advertising, and it only made $269 million back. And it says by here, as you can see, the film has only sold $200,000 worth of tickets over in China. However, there's still hope that the film will pick up the pace as there are still 6 days to go. And it does say by there, as you can see, Aquaman 2's biggest controversy that plagued Aquaman 2 was AH reprising her role as Mera. But with that by there, we have this. Coming from this guy here, Luis Fernando. Speaking of Aquaman the Lost Kingdom in China's box office, the DCEU film will need to make all the money it can in just 10 days. Because a local kraken is coming its way. And what that is, in 10 days after Aquaman has been released, there is a local drama called Shining for One Thing, which debuts the day before New Year's Eve and is exploding in pre-sales. Now remember, we just read that Aquaman 2 has only sold $200,000 in pre-sales. This Chinese film, which finished on Wednesday, its second day of pre-sales, with $20.7 million. That's for just literally 3 days, for a weekend. Here is the biggest ever, and still has 23 days of pre-sales ahead. Could be one of the biggest debuts of all time. Meanwhile, pre-sales for Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom haven't started yet, despite Warner Brothers throwing a massive, luxurious premiere of the film on Wednesday, with director James Wan and Jason Momoa both in attendance. But it is. We've just seen this now. They made $200,000 in pre-sales for Aquaman. This was a huge film a couple of years ago. But, as you saw, there's a local film coming out. $20 million in pre-sales for 3 days. That is it. December 30th, New Year's Eve. So you got December 30th, New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, and the day after. So, a 4-day weekend. That's what you got. $20.7 million. And it's still got 23 days to go of pre-sales. That film there is going to wipe and blow Aquaman 2 out of the water. And again, this could have all been prevented, if they stopped it. But there's one thing I want to show you as well now. It's coming from Izzy. Izzy on Twitter now. Alright, here's the official experiment. The current amount of people seeing Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom at both cinemas in Times Square now. New York City Times Square. Some of the best and biggest movie theaters going. In standard and IMAX opening weekend. I'd do more, but I think I've clearly lost my mind already. Yes, I will be this petty all week. And when you look at it, it's like, okay, black is available, white is occupied, okay? Turn the music down, because we don't want that. Yep, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, these are in the big AMC Empires cinemas, and there's literally like 3 to 4 seats in each one. Here, you got this one by here now, which, as you can see, there's hardly any. No one is buying pre-sales. Look at it. These is... And it's gone back to the, oh shit, we want the music on. But that's what we got by this. And it's absolutely just funny to see. And obviously the comment section, you know, by the way, there's a giant billboard for this movie that wraps around the block about the Times Square subway down the street from these theaters. So clearly that's working. Watching the inevitable death of AH's career is going to be fun as hell. It is. This, like I said, could have all been prevented. Peter Safran, we don't listen to the internet. We don't listen to people. We don't do this. We don't do that. And then you had James Wan, the director and writer of the film, who, again, you know, you've had AH. Well, this is what AH claimed now, remember. He told me that I can't even post on social media because of me. It's all my fault. Well, it is. These people cannot post about the film because you're going to get people saying, why have you still got her in it? You know, this is the problem. And James Wan, they all knew this was going to be an issue. During the court case, you had Walter Hamada, the then president of DC Films. And even he was like, yeah, we were thinking of getting rid of her because she cannot act. There was no chemistry between her and Jason Momoa. We had to work extra time in post-production and the editing bay to make it look like there was chemistry. That's bad, you know? But again, no, you're going to have people who support her now, which is kind of funny because Mia Merritt, she put it in this comment section. Because she's not in it. And then you got people, no, strike that, reverse it, which is very true. You got her fans, it's not going to make all this money because she's not in it. No, it's not going to make any money because they've left her in it. This is the problem. And it's actually a bit delusional of the people who do support her. They think she's that important to the film, which she's not. She is not important at all to any of these films. Not even the first one, really, when you think about it. But it's just, I just find it absolutely hysterical. And it's going to be sad. Not because of that, but obviously, but I do feel a bit bad for Momoa and a few of the, James Wan and a few other people, because again, and if that is true, what she was saying to her doctor and everything else, that when James Wan said, I can't post on social media because of you, to me, that just tells he did not want her there. And I find it a bit sad because, again, Peter Safran, oh, we don't listen to internet. Maybe you should have, mate. Maybe you should have. But that's what we got, folks. Let me know what you think about this down below. It's going to bomb. We know that. It's not going to make as much as it did to the first one. And obviously, over in China, it's absolutely abysmal at this moment. And we saw it from Izzy on Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it. In America, Times Square, these huge theaters, no one is buying tickets. If you are new to the channel, please like and subscribe, hit the notification bell, and I'll see you all soon.